What's up, Ravens? Welcome to the second edition of Game Day. We have some Thursday night football for you guys. Today's theme, we went a little West Coast kind of theme with you guys. It's going to be, what's a Western? Western.
Western now is what I
Western.
think you did, Jack.
I got the direction right, okay? However, the other direction that we are playing today, we are playing Olathe South. It is the Olathe Northwest Ravens hosting the Olathe South Falcons. Guys, how we doing today?
You know, I'm doing great. I feel great, and I'm ready for a Raven win.
Well, you look great.
Thank you, Jack.
Honestly, I'm doing great too. I think it's some good weather if there's no rain or anything for a football game, and I'm just excited to see how it plays out.
You know, Jack, I'm doing downright spectacular at the moment. You know, this is one of my favorite themes of the year, and I'm ready for some football.
I agree with that, brother. Here down here is Jack, Blake, Izzy, and Joe, and today we run the show. Blake, what happened with the Olathe Northwest Ravens last week as they got their first ever win now, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, week one they did lose to East, but they came out strong coming at Garden City. Got a stop on the first drive, went right down the field, scored that touchdown. I believe the final score was 36-14. Jalen Douglas, 3 touchdowns. Look out for him tonight.
Very impressive from Jalen Douglas. That's 2 rushing and 1 receiving touchdowns. Guys, what else did we see out of that Raven offense?
Well, the first quarter, we were only up by 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. But after the second half, we gave up second quarter, we gave up 22 more points. And basically at that point, we kind of just defeated Garden City, and they really had no motivation after that. So I think that really put them down a bit and put us way ahead in the league.
You know, I will say our offense really got going that second game, and especially our rushing offense. In our first game against East, our rushing offense did not play amazing, but in that second game, man, did we. Really, we got our running backs active, and we also had some QBs running the balls for a few plays, and we really got our rushing offense active. And I think that's going to be a key in this game tonight, is really getting our running backs the ball and letting them do what they need to do.
Jalen Douglas averaged 8.5 yards per carry, one of the highest in the Sunflower League. That is very impressive. On the other hand, Olathe South, they took a loss against Great Bend, 28-14. Guys, that's a tough team, and that's halfway across the state.
Yeah.
What did we see out of that game?
I mean, they traveled far just to lose, essentially. You know, 4 turnovers by the Falcons, that ain't going to cut it.
Outrageous.
Yeah, honestly, Olathe South, they've had 2 really close games, only losing by a touchdown or so, touchdown or 2 touchdowns both times against really good teams like Great Bend and Mill Valley. So I think it'll be interesting to see how they play today, playing us instead.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really have anything to add to what y'all have been saying.
I'll tell you what, Daxton Malton is not a joke, but 4 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and 2 fumbles. Ball security is a massive issue. Another thing about those Falcons, they went 2-13 on third down conversions. You got to move the chains. If you don't move the chains, it's not going to be a good ball game. Shifting gears to another Olathe team. Olathe North went over across the border to Rockers, guys, and they took an absolute beating, 42-25. They did make a resurgence in the end. What did we see out of that game?
You know, Rockhurst was just dominant from start to finish, really. Charlie Luce throwing a couple touchdowns. I mean, Rockhurst was moving the ball early on, and Eagles just couldn't come back.
Yeah, honestly, like I said in my predictions last week, I thought that Rockhurst was going to win. I just don't think the Eagles have it this year. Rockhurst obviously dominated the entire game, and the Eagles came back a little bit at one point, but it wasn't enough momentum to actually get them back into the game and have a chance at winning.
Yeah, Olathe North has been struggling starting this season. And, you know, their passing offense just isn't as good as it has been in the past. Their starting QB is only averaging like a 50% completion rate, which is not amazing, especially compared to the past. And so if they don't fix that, I don't really see them being contenders this year.
Olathe North just has 0 line. I mean, you have weapons. You have Cole Smither, one of the best, in my opinion, wide receivers. That vertical is insane. He can get up top of any defender in the Sunflower League. And another thing is Olathe North, they have the offensive potential. They just don't have the line for it. They have no time to throw the ball. They have no time to run the ball. In past years, they've had very competitive, short little running backs, 5'5" and under running backs, and they dominate. But this year, they don't have such weapons. But who does have such weapons is Lee Summit North and Mill Valley. Lee Summit North doubled the Mill Valley Jaguars points going into their home field, and they absolutely dominated, 26-13. Guys, is this a surprise?
I don't think so. I mean, Lee Summit North has been really good these past couple years. Mill Valley also been a powerhouse, but they lost a lot of key seniors last year. Lee Summit North's defense was just too overpowered for them.
Yeah, going into the fourth quarter, it was Broncos leading 19-13. So honestly, it was really close. It could have ended up going either way, but Lee Summit North just ended up pulling out with the win, and Mill Valley was just getting dominated, which is something they aren't really used to.
Yeah, and once again, pass and offense are, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just early in the season, but the QBs averaging only 3 out of 11 for the entire game in completions. I don't know, I think as we see the season go on, that's going to increase as, the wide receivers and the QB, they get a little bit stronger connection, and as they get used to playing again. But right now, early in the season, they are struggling.
One thing I noticed about Mill Valley that they've had this year, but they haven't had in prior years. In prior years, they've had a full team. They've had a team that can get in, day out, consistent wins. But now it almost feels like they have 2 key players. They have 1 player on defense, and then they have 1 player on offense, and that's a Connor Bohan on quarterback, and then they have Jaden Woods. And Connor Bohan is athletic, and he is going to do great things. However, the 23% completion rate is not going to do much. It can't be done. Sticking to 49 passing yards on the game, it's just not going to get the job done. Lee Summit North defense absolutely just dominated that whole game. They almost paced the entire thing. I think that was really impressive in my book. Now, let's switch gears into some of the top teams in the entire Metro in the Sunflower League. One of the biggest teams, ranked number 2, Blue Valley. Guys, how dangerous is this Blue Valley team?
I think they're extremely dangerous. Multiple D1 commits on both sides of the ball, and they kind of just run through teams. I think they're a very tough team to play, and they're one of the tougher teams to, watch out for and play.
Yeah, they actually got moved up to rank number 1 in 5A, so they're moved up in rankings too. They've had 2 great wins so far this season, one against Blue Valley Southwest in week 1, which they lost to last year, and then last week they beat Washburn Rural again, blowout win. Tomorrow night is their homecoming game, I believe, so I think it's going to have a lot of momentum. I think you really should be on the lookout for them because they are doing a great job.
Them boys are some dogs, and they are playing like they've got something to prove this year, and they are going to be a big team to watch. Coming up, playoffs time, they're gonna go far. Mark my words.
A total of 10 D1 commits. That is a football team. I don't know how many Olathe Northwest Ravens have. Do we know if we have any commits?
I don't think so as of right now.
Not to my knowledge.
Lots of recruits, though. Lots of recruits.
Not D1 at least. I don't think.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're more of the Pitt State, Fort Hays State, those kind of teams. Still good teams.
I don't doubt that one bit. Another team that is also dominating, instead of on the east side, which we are so focused on the east side of the Sunflower Conference here, let's shift gears to the west side. Derby. They're looking as strong as ever, almost stronger than they did last year.
Yeah, Derby's a very impressive team to watch. They've been a powerhouse for many, many years now, and they're coming for that state title again.
Yeah, Derby, they have been historically known to be a very dominant team, and they just keep doing that dominance year after year. They're just so exciting to watch and so fun to see everything that they can do.
Absolutely, and their offensive stats, I'm just looking at them right now. It is truly outstanding. I know they're not necessarily a football school, at least that's not their legacy, but it might come out to be that way the upcoming, because these past few years and looking forward into some of the new students that they're going to have, they're going to be a really good school for quite a while.
Yeah, Derby has that 3-star sophomore running back. He is going to be a force to reckon with. He almost looks like a mini Dylan Edwards, which came out of Derby as well. They also have a very high-end ranked tight end. I do not know his name, though, but he has put up impressive numbers and leads the tight end in the state of Kansas. We're going to take a commercial break, guys. This has been the panel. Remember, it's Jack, Blake, Izzy, and Joe. And when we run the show, run it to commercial.
This last week, Ava and Anna took to the halls of the rival Falcons to ask their students what they thought about the upcoming game. Let's see what they had to say.
What's up, Ravens? Today we're here at Olathe South to interview them about tonight's game. Okay, what's your name?
Max Armstrong. Cooper Hodep. Jalen Long.
I'm Miranda. I'm Caitlin. I'm Jasmine. Ava. I'm Brooke. I'm Kennedy. I'm Lakin. What position do you play?
Running back. Kicker. Receiver.
And what are your guys' score predictions for the game on Thursday?
42-14. Us. 42-7. Olathe South. 77-0.
23-15 us. 28-21 us. 27-7 us. 37-42, but we win. We win. 24-35, but we win.
27-12, we win.
45. And we win. But we are winning in general. We are going to take this dub. Okay, we're going to show you a picture of two players from each team morphed together, and you're going to guess who it is.
Max and Merritt. Nothing. I don't know. Max and Nolan, maybe? No clue. Nothing.
I feel like you can figure out who it is from your team.
Reed. Who has straight blonde hair? Is it a senior?
Yeah, it's Max and Mason. It's not hard.
Oh.
And then who do you feel like is the biggest threat for you guys on Thursday?
I'm not worried. Nobody. None of them.
Okay. All right, what's your name?
Juju Marks.
Owen Olson.
Brady. Chris.
What's your score prediction for tonight's game?
Tonight?
Okay.
42-7.
I'm going to say 28-0.
We win by like 25.
Win by like 10.
All right, and who do you think is going to be South's MVP?
Me.
I think the wild card will probably be Anthony Harris.
Gagely. Yes, sir.
Max.
Who's Olathe Northwest's biggest threat to you?
Juju Marks and Max Armstrong.
Probably Butler.
Butler. And here's a more face. It's one person from Northwest, one person from South. One of them is definitely Max Armstrong. Definitely not. Joel? Ooh. No.
It looks like me a little bit.
From South, he's on the line. On the line? On the line.
Me, maybe Merrick or Riley Jenkel.
Juju Marks? Yeah. No. Yeah, it was Merrick and you.
Did Juju just say that he is the biggest threat to his own school? Interesting. Joe?
All right, Ravens. So earlier today, I had the chance to sit down with Will Beck, one of our linemen, and I had the chance to interview him a little bit about this upcoming game and about the past games and things that he needs to adjust, and the linemen as a whole, what they need to do better. And basically what he said is they need to really get more physical. They have to do a better job protecting their QB so he can get the ball off and then they get more looks, especially in the offense side on the O-line. They said that they need to continue. They did a better job in this with the second game, not really the first game, but they need to do a good job opening the holes for the running back. That was a key difference in that second game versus Garden City, and they have to keep that up. I also had a chance to interview Drake Higgins, the wide receiver, and really he just said they have to keep up the momentum. Every game matters earlier in the season because that gives you the snowball effect, that's what he called it, later in the season, and it really helps you get the record that you need to get a good spot in the playoffs and give you the momentum to really go well, do well, and perform. And now I'm going to kick it to a mic'd up segment.
That is a great question. I don't know, because I'm corner.
Down! Get it! Field!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rack is no. Actually, they shrunk me over the year. Come on, boy. We bring the boom. Keep running. Because he was wide open. Yeah. Where's that?
We have 13. 14. Okay.
Supposed to be a pass.
Tell me what to do, Comfort.
We're doing fine today. Oh, let's go.
There you go, Gage.
Love this play. Love this play. I love this play. Y'all lay someone out. Russian. Wait, blue shot. That's blue trap. Yeah.
Hey, baby, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, guys. Our next segment is top plays from last week's game against Garden City.
All right, guys, it's time for your favorite time. It's predictions time.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do we get a little can we get a little cheer going on? Oh, the wave?
You
With
start
4
the
people?
wave.
All right, I'm done with this wave. First game that we got, we have Gardner Edgerton and Shawnee Mission Northwest. Now this game, man, this is the other Thursday game going on today. It's going down at Shawnee Mission Northwest. I really don't see Shawnee Mission Northwest winning this. Gardner Edgerton, they're going to get them, and it's not even a competition. So give me Gardner Edgerton, the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Jack here. Shawnee Mission Northwest, you are not standing a chance against the 6A defending state champs. Gardner Edgerton, just too strong and powerful. Those big boys up front really just move the ball, and give me Gardner.
I'm going to have to agree with both Blake and Jack here. I think Gardner Edgerton is going to come away with the win tonight. I just think they have so much momentum and power over Shawnee Mission Northwest. That's not really even a competition.
I'm going to have to go with the trend here, and I'm going to stick with Gardner Edgerton. I think that they had 2 really strong wins so far this season. I think that momentum is going to carry over tonight, and it's going to be a steamrolling.
Another matchup that we got the Chesty Lawrence Lions going to ODAC, versing the Olathe North Eagles. Now, this game should be just a no-brainer, right? People might just be like, oh, it's the Chesty Lions. They got the better team. Olathe North, they're 0-2. They haven't done nothing all year. But that's where you're wrong. I got the Eagles, and let me tell you why. I really think they're going to click in this game. I doubt that the Chesty Lions can actually do something. Well, I'm not going to doubt because it's still an upset. But give me the Olathe North Eagles.
I mean, Jack, that's pretty expected from you. You know, you're over there more than our school, to be honest. So
where am I right now, Blake?
You're at ONW, but you film Olathe North more.
Calling him out there. Okay.
So
I'm here at Olathe North.
give me the Lawrence Lions by 50.
By 50? Okay. I'm going to have to agree with Blake on this one. Maybe not by 50, but I definitely think Lawrence is going to win. Like I said last week, I just think Olathe North is on a downhill trend. I think it's going to keep going, so I have Lawrence for this.
All right, hear me out. I know I've highlighted Olathe North's struggles. I think this is really the one upset that I'm counting on.
Finally, we have someone agreeing with me.
And I think it's one of the only losses that Lawrence is going to get, because I think at this point in their season they're a little cocky. All right, I think their guard is going to be a little low. I think Olathe North, they're going to pull out a miracle game. All right, and then they're going to not have a good rest of the season.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
That's my prediction.
Now we got another battle here. This is the game that's going on at CBAC Friday night. We have the Olathe East Hawks visiting the Olathe West Owls. Let me tell you about these two teams. It's really David versus Goliath. It's like watching it's like watching the grown-ups, okay, face the little kids, like in the like backyard school Thanksgiving table. Olathe West doesn't have a shot. There is no. I will put my car on Olathe East Hawks. Bring the house. Give me the Hawks.
Someone remember this.
You know what, Jack, man, as much as I'd like to disagree with you, I just can't. Give me the Olathe East Hawks. Their defense is going to be too powerful, and West is not going to be able to move the ball on them.
Yep, I'm going to also have to go with the Hawks. After us playing them the first game, you can just see that was just the beginning for them, and they were only going up from there. So I think they're just going to destroy Olathe West.
Yeah, I'm agree. I just don't think West is very good.
Boo West.
Plain and simple.
That is a good word. Another game that we got going on, we have the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints visiting the Blue Valley Tigers. Guys, these are both two very solid teams, but one's just more solid than the other. There's just no ifs, ands, buts about it. I got the Tigers, but it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Jack here. It's going to be a tight game. I think the Saints are going to hang tough with them, but give me Blue Valley. They're just too powerful on both sides of the ball, and they're just going to drive it right down their throats.
I'm going to go Blue Valley all the way. The Saints, they have a really good running game, but that's really all they do. So I think Blue Valley can shut them down on that, and I think they'll have the win all the way.
I'm going to have to agree with Jack and go with St. Thomas Aquinas. Going off what Izzy said, they do have a good running game. And contrary to what Izzy said, I don't think that they will be able to stop it.
No, their defense is going to shut it down.
I disagree. We'll see.
Okay,
we'll see, though.
Hey, Joe, can you get any of your own ideas for our All right, for our next matchup, we have the Free State Firebirds visiting the Mill Valley Jaguars. This, I really, really, really wanted to pick the Firebirds. Like, it wasn't even like, but I really just don't think the Firebirds can do it. Mill Valley's too consistent. Coming off a loss, Mill Valley is not a team you want to face coming off a loss. I got Mill Valley in home, in the swamp. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to agree with you here, Jack. You know, Mill Valley is going to be too powerful for that Lawrence team, and Connor Bohan is probably going to rush for 200-plus yards.
That's so true. That's going to happen.
I got to go with Mill Valley. I just think after last week's loss, they're going to come back and they're going to really want this win. And it's also homecoming week, which isn't that big of a factor, but I feel like it also adds that extra motivation that Mill Valley is going to need to win this game.
All right. Despite everything that Jack said, I'm going to have to agree with him. And I ain't copying to nobody's ideas, all right? Just want to make that clear, but I'm also going to go with Mill Valley.
Yikes.
Guys, this leads us to our last prediction of the game. We got today's game. The Olathe South Falcons at the Olathe Northwest Ravens. Guys, a lot of people want to pick with their heart. You know, they want to be like, oh my goodness, I love our school. Our school is great, and it is.
And some people just aren't loyal.
Maybe they're not.
They're just
But
being realistic.
some people know good predictions. Some people know ball. And I know a few things about ball. And it's the Olathe South Falcons are going to defeat the Olathe Northwest Ravens. And it hurts to say that.
Yeah, it hurts to even hear that, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it'd be hurt to see that on the scoreboard, too.
No Raven pride whatsoever.
I love the Olathe Northwest Ravens.
Give me the Olathe Northwest Ravens by 90. Juju Marks, we're coming for your head, buddy.
I gotta go with Jack here. I
Thank
love the
you.
Ravens. I have Raven pride.
Oh, but it's impossible to not have Raven pride.
Okay, I have Raven pride for days, but I'm trying to get my predictions right. I really think Olathe South's gonna have it tonight. They have played two great teams and they've lost. They had close games with both of them, so I really think tonight they're gonna be looking for that win more than the Ravens are after coming off the win against Garden City last week. So I have to go the Falcons for this one.
Okay, Joe, whose pick are you gonna copy off of?
And frankly, I am ashamed to be on a panel with these two folks. When this game starts, I want to see y'all over there. Over with them.
Especially
over with your own folk.
Blake, you don't even belong here, bro.
Don't pick up your cowboy hat. Go over there. Because I know what team you're rooting for. And I know what team I'm rooting for.
Olathe West. Don't even.
We've all had our checkered paths, okay?
Don't talk to me right now, Joe.
I'm going with the Olathe Northwest Ravens because I have a soul. And I have a mind.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for game day. Me and Blake are going to be up in the booth. Whether he wants me over there or not, I'm going to be in the booth. And my calls for the Olathe Northwest Ravens are going to be louder than the Olathe South Falcons. Tune in to NHFS.
And when you're wrong, I want to hear you yell so loud that I can hear you down here.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna be better
I will
than that.
open up all of them windows, okay? All of them windows. The cows are
All
going to run.
Alrighty then.
Anyways, guys, that's it for game day. We will see you all in the next game day. Who are we versing? Is it homecoming?
It's not homecoming.
We don't.
I know one thing,
It
it
is
ain't
not
homecoming.
but nice try there.
Jack,
We'll
are you going to homecoming? Be honest.
Let's go off air. Bye, game day.
See ya.